In 1979, this one phrase scared audiences. In space, no one can hear you scream. Hello toy collectors and YouTubers, this is Film School 93 with another authentic Legends and Collectibles toy review, and today's toys we'll be reviewing Super 7's ReAction USCSS Nostromo action figure sets 2 and 3, specifically for Parker, Lambert, and Brett action figures taken from the hit 1979 sci-fi movie classic Alien. Now, these figures were released separate than the box sets on blue card backs and only at New York City Comic Con in October of 2018. They did a similar release like this with the debut of them in San Diego Comic Con in 2013 with the release of the canceled line of Alien figures from 1979 with blue card back and then black later to release them for re-release and variants of different figures. And from there, the Alien line from Super 7 was a huge success where they soon partnered with Funko to help expand ReAction figures to meet demand, but soon later went on their separate ways. Alright, so here we are with the first box set. Here is 2 of 3. And then, of course, here is 3 of 3. And these are the only 2 I got. And the reason why, as I was wanting Lambert, I was wanting Brett, and I was wanting Parker. So if you take a look at the box at the top here, we have a Super 7 logo right there. Then nicely over here is a ReAction logo. So yeah, these are looking really good with the color schemes for the Nostromo look. And then, of course, there's an Alien logo here on the side. And they got these nicely packaged. Now, if you look here, let's take a look right over here. Oh, yes, I like this. Look at the little seal, if you will, or the symbol for the USCSS Nostromo. And let's go ahead and take a look at the back at this box set. This looks cool. I like the way that the way they got these looking vintage with the numbers like the old Star Wars Kenner had with the numbers, you know, all of them telling which action figures you had. And of course, 1, 2, and 3 are in yellow for this one, then 4 and 5 for that one, and then 7 and 8 and 9, I'm sorry, for there. So we got Brett, Parker, the Alien says, warning, Alien is here. So let's take a look at this out of the package. Here is Parker. I love the sculpt on this. It looks very, very good. I like the paint apps. They did a great detail on this. I'm very impressed. Trying to look at that 3.75 Kenner action figure look. And I think that they did a good job. The sculpt's right. And I just here on the leg, the little space there, but I'll get to that in a little bit. But I like the sculpt. I like the detail. I like how they've kept everything looking like the other action figures. And see, like the same sculpt on the pants is the same as on the other one. So I'm really happy with that. But this turned out really looking good and looking like the character from the movie of Parker. So let's go and do the 5-point articulation test and see if his head will turn without popping off, which it seems to be fine right here. Let's go and do the arm here and turn it around, make sure that it doesn't pop out or fall out. And this plastic's very sturdy. They're doing a really good job with these every time they release a figure. So yep, the legs are good, the other arm was good, and everything is looking great. So I am super impressed once again with Super 7 and the way they release this, but except for the back here, it looks like this leg's going to pop out. I'm not for sure what's going to happen. If you can see right there, that little gap. So I want to be very careful with this action figure, but other than that, I like the sculpt. And here we have Lambert, looking a little like Veronica Cartwright from the movie. I mean, the detail on this is really, really good. I mean, you can tell it's her. I mean, for a little figure that's supposed to look like something from the late 70s, 1980s, like Star Wars, this figure packs all the detail into it. With the paint apps on here, it's perfect. Got that little haircut thing going on with her. I think they've done a really good job on this sculpt. It's Super 7 once again. I mean, once again, there's the pant details, not missing anything. So everything's consistent with the rest of the crew. And I'm really impressed with how they've done this. And even check out her boots. I like how they've done that as well. They've done a really good job on the sculpt here. I'm very, very impressed. So, yeah, I'm happy. And I think that's great for a little 3.75 action figure. The detail is just phenomenal on this. So let's go do the 5-point articulation test. Make sure her head doesn't pop off. Make sure her arm doesn't pop off over here. We'll do the same thing with this arm and make sure that it doesn't fall apart. We'll do the legs here and they've been just fine. So everything's looking great. Everything's just perfect on this little Lambert action figure from Alien. And I am so happy with the sculpt with this action figure. Here's my favorite, Brett. And the detail is amazing. They got him looking like the late Harry Dean Stanton. I mean, he looks just like him. Look at this. I mean, I wish the hat didn't cast such a shadow because the detail on this, on his face, is phenomenal. I don't know how. I mean, this is amazing sculpt. I've been waiting for this figure out of all the Alien figures for a long time, and I am super happy now that this has been released. The detail on this is phenomenal. They really went a home run on this one at Super 7 for the sculpt, the paint, the looking like Mr. Harry Dean Stanton. I mean, this is just amazing, and there he is. So let's do the 5-point articulation. See if we can turn his head, and it's a little stuck. Oh, please don't snap off because I don't want this. Oh, I don't want this toy to be ruined because it is my favorite out of the Alien characters. And we'll move his arm here, and we'll do the same thing with this arm as well. Make sure that the leg can do the same things, and the legs are fine. Nothing's popping off. This is a very sturdy plastic, and I am happy with this action figure. They did a great job. Here are Brett, Parker, Lambert joining the rest of the crew, and this is one of the figures that I did get with him, a new repainted Dallas, so it looks more closer to the movie, and this is what the original one looks like, and that's how he was supposed to look like back in 1979 when they released him with Kenner, but they didn't release him until Super 7 did that in 2013, but I think it's okay. I mean, you can tell that his plastic face is actual plastic, when this one is actually painted, and you can tell the nose scrape at the top. And there is Ripley. Oh yeah. This Dallas came with a gun, as where these three didn't come with any accessory, which is kind of sad. But that's fine. I'm happy with just having them, so I'm not going to complain anymore. And I just don't like the way Super 7 packaged them the way they did. I wish the three would have just came together instead of having to get another Dallas repainted figure. And then, of course, here's Ash and Kane and an alien xenomorph from the original first wave. And speaking of wave, this is what I'm talking about. With these new packs, like I said, I got an extra Dallas, which I didn't want, but I had to get together ones. Then I got these blood splattered aliens, and I'm not that impressed. I didn't want the figure to begin with. I guess that's probably the attitude I have, is just I wanted those three, and I had to get the other two and spend almost $100 just to get the 3 action figures. So yeah, and there's the other alien I got with the thing in his mouth that just stuck. It doesn't come in and out. So it's kind of nerve-wracking the way Super 7 marketed these and the way they packaged them. I wish they would have just had Lambert, Brett, and Parker to buy in a set instead of having to get extra repainted, sculpted, blood splattered things. But here they are, the whole entire crew. Oh yeah, and then of course the other guys. Can't believe that. There's Kane with the face hugger on his face, and then Ripley in her space suit. And I like how they kind of added that little detail. But here is the cool one. This is the Super 7 Funko Aliens release they did with the awesome sculpt and the Queen there, and she's okay. She's kind of a basic sculpt. I wasn't that much impressed with her, and I do have a toy review on both of these, and I talk about them, so check that out. But here's a 1993 or 94 Queen Alien action figure that I like better than the Super 7 one, because it just, look at the detail on that. I don't like how you press this in the back. Yeah, there you go. In there, you got that attack motion coming out of her mouth. So that's kind of my go-to Queen Alien action figure. But like I said, I did a review on the Aliens Super 7 Funko review toy, so check that out. But here they are. There's the crew: Brett, Parker, Lambert. If you're into Alien or 3.75 action figures or vintage look, retro look, I highly recommend you pick these up from Super 7. They are awesome action figures. I got these Super 7 reaction figures, USCSS Nostromo action figure sets 2 and 3 from Super 7, where they have beyond great customer service, super fast shipping. Just click on the link below and get your Alien action figures today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and in the meantime, MTFBWY always.